evening. Hey, everybody. We are back and with some exciting information. We've been waiting for this day to come, and oh my gosh, here we are. What's up, Craig? What's up?
How you doing?
I'm Darren. How you doing?
I'm sending out some links to people to join the live.
Oh, that's pretty sooky,
That's why I
sooky.
was looking down at my phone.
Oh, sooky, sooky, sooky. All right, all right. So, if you've been following us for a minute or two, this year has just been the year of basically creativity to the nth degree. And it's been like every month something else has evolved from just playing around with a Cricut to purchasing actual direct print. Is that how you say it, Craig?
Direct to garment printing.
Excuse me, direct to garment print machines to all kinds of stuff. So it has just evolved into all these different things, and every month is something new.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of gonna let Craig kind of do his own little announcement.
Uh-oh.
But we are excited, and we have some things we like to kind of kick it off and do stuff with. So Craig, you ready to rock and roll, or what you gonna do, dude?
I don't know, Joe. Kind of nervous.
Okay, so take a deep breath, Craig. Do some meditation. Yeah. Woosa.
I feel like I'm watching Bad Boys movie or something.
There you go. There you go.
Well, I'm excited. I think last month did we talk about doing the store last month? I don't remember.
No, we hadn't got that far.
Hadn't gotten that far. Okay, so we would just mess around with some design.
No, because you were excited to say these are the shirts that I've made, and you're just into the making of it, but you hadn't. Yeah, you was doing making. You hadn't done no,
junction yet.
Brick and mortar stuff yet.
Oh well, yeah, that's true. That's true. Well. So where we are from last month, I think last month we did show the one shirt, right? We showed this one last month. The Some Lessons.
Yes, you did show a series of ones that you created, and that was one of them.
Okay, so we started from there, and we actually had a couple people, ask online, "Hey, where can we get that shirt from? How can we get it? How can we get it? How can we get it?" And I don't know if I shared the backstory on how that shirt came about, but
share it again just in case we got some new people.
Gotcha. Okay, so I appreciate it. So that saying from that particular shirt came about many moons ago when we were just kind of living in Menifee still. So that was almost 6-7 years ago when I just felt like it was a time where I had to have that note, like some lessons I have to learn, others I have to teach. And I think at that time we were really dealing with a lot of grief and, the loss of the boy's mom and just, growing up and trying to figure out what we're going to do next with, 5 young men and, one off to college and back. And it just was a time that we had to try to figure out some lessons, learn some lessons, and then teach some at the same time. So Raising Men was the handle we usually have been going by for so many years. So that was something I needed then. Probably about a month or so ago, we had an issue where my son was called something out of his name by a classmate. And the Lord brought that same saying right back to mind. So, except for the shirt didn't exist until about a month ago. So the day that I had a meeting with an assistant principal was the day I created that shirt in the shop, printed it here, put the shirt on, and went and met with the assistant principal about the situation. And I think, in fact, the same shirt I have on now, but it's a shirt birthed out of need and necessity. And I think it's even where we are now. I've always done a lot, I shouldn't say always, but a lot of my life I've done it out of positivity. And if you follow me on social media, with Raising Men or myself direct, or even back to the lactose intolerance days, Joe, what was that, almost 8-9 years ago, we were doing positivity then, and then positive posts, something to encourage ourselves, because I found that the world's got enough negative out there. The world's got enough things that make you want to, as our old boss used to say, make you want to eat a bullet back then. But there's moments when you just need to be positive, and there's not a lot of brands out there that are positive. You'll see the the special symbols on people's chests or symbols on people's shoes and different brands. We're not going to name any of them, but they're not very positive in what their messaging is. They're not negative, but they don't do enough uplifting of you when you're having a bad day, when your day just isn't what it is. They want you to just do something or another or something to make them look good. The messaging that we're having here now that we brought up in our own online store, I guess even say brick and mortar store because this is here in the house as well. It is what we're doing. So you can actually, Joanne, let me make sure if we share this now properly, make sure I don't mess up. So I'm not as skilled on this yet as you are. We've launched our own store. So those who are following us now, we do the custom apparel printing. We also have our own store. And so it's Carlisle Prints with a Z for the online store, and it's the Prints with an S if you're looking for us to print anything for you. And so we're here to be a multifaceted business. And on the store itself, you can buy these particular items and so many more. So Lord blessed with several new designs today, and we're going to just go through a couple of them. Joe, do you want to stop there? I know we have some people. You actually have a giveaway type of deal, right? So can we stop there so we can talk about the giveaway?
Oh, sure.
Probably shouldn't be this way.
Okay, but I said just keep going, Craig. Just keep going.
Well, how do you run the banner? No, there's where you said the hashtag part. That's the part I don't know all the fancy stuff. So can you explain to people the fancy hashtag part? We're doing a giveaway.
So we're trying to bless people along the way as Craig is working on stuff. And so I didn't know if you were, what are they going to get, Craig? That's the part that before we get to the giveaway part.
Got it. So. Okay, so we're going to give away $10 off gift cards to the store.
Okay, so you're going to give away, and so you want to give one away today? Is that what you're right now?
Yep. That's at least you can tell how to do it, and then you said there's a drawing. You showed me the way to do the drawing in this because I don't know I don't know how to do the fancy. I just support you with the giveaway part, and if you would handle the whole process of the give, because that part I don't know.
You crazy today, but okay. So we're gonna play with this. I'm not sure how it's gonna work, but if you guys would I had it ready in the thing. If we're gonna play with this, I'm pretty sure. Okay, let's see. Yes, that's it. Craig just sprung it on me like that.
Sorry.
Right. So what we're going to need to do is I need to bring this puppy here. There we go.
You want to come back?
No. Well, I mean, we got to work through this thing. Like I said, we got a bunch of surprises and stuff like that.
Plus it's live and it's all good.
It's all good. Okay, there we go. Okay, so what you're going to do is in the chat, whether you're on Facebook or YouTube, it doesn't really matter. We love you all. We need you to put, I'll show you. Let me see. We need you to put, in order to qualify, hashtag wholesome words. Okay, so I put it in there, and so Craig sounds like he's just so ready to give it away. I thought he was going to talk more about the store, but hey,
we're
going to roll with it.
Can we put the hashtag up for those who want to make sure they spell? Because Wholesome Words, it's got a Z
so
on
it. I gave them the correct spelling. I'll take other people in case you don't get it, but hashtag Wholesome Words, as you can see, it's always spelled with a Z, and you can kind of cheat and see. I'm the creative and founder. I'm Joanne Hoy. I didn't introduce myself, but yeah. So hashtag wholesome words with a capital Z at the end. Click, click. Um, and so what you need to do is when I start the giveaway is for you to put your hashtag wholesome words in the post where you can make a comment, and then from there it will pick it out. Now this is our first time doing it. I'm thinking it's kind of cool. StreamYard, it's like, it's doing all kind of stuff. So this is just my first time doing it. So we're going to play with it. So we're going to get started. And so you can go ahead and start putting that in. And I have to do this right so you guys can see. Share the screen. Here we go. It looks like we're getting some people in there. Let me share. Sweet. Here we go. Wait, let me show you. Looks like we got a couple of people that have already put their names in there. So again, what you're going to do if you're listening is that in the comment section where you can see I said, hey, welcome to Wholesome Words. You can add wholesome words, hashtag wholesome words. And if you do that, then we'll do a drawing. So I want to give people a little bit of time,
okay. So can we go back? Shall I go back to talking through the store?
Sure, we can. You can keep on going. We can when we get some others than what's on the thing. Yeah. So again, the giveaway's going right now. You need to put a comment in the where we say all kinds of stuff. Where you see hashtag wholesome words, you just need to maybe copy paste and stick that in, and then we'll draw a winner. So go ahead, Craig, keep on talking. Okay. Right now we only have a couple of, you have Black Friday deals. That's right. Keep it going, Craig. Yep. We'll check back in. There you go.
Sweet. So since we do on our site, we do have Black Friday deals. So when you go down, scroll on the site, it is Carlisle Prints with a Z on the end.com, and it will take you to our site. And just go down. We've got it broken up between the graphic tees and hoodies. A lot of folks wearing hoodies right now. So for the kids, it's a little colder. So we're going to start in that section first. And we've got several new designs, but let's scroll through some. One of them here, I do love this one the most myself. This is mine's Deep Like Rivers. This is also created by your host, Joanne Hoy. I love this one. I know, Joanne, I know I caught you off guard with this one, but just so that you know, I stopped here too because there was a friend of mine that was on with me on phone and text earlier today, looking at the store, and they told me, you know what, I really do like this design. It's a very deep design. It's a very, just a great imaging themselves, and they really liked it. So I want to make sure I pass that on to you, Joe. That my friends, so they really liked it. So,
whoever that is, thank you.
Yeah, so that was shout out.
I play a little bit of this and that.
Yep, and it does come in several colors. You can get it in the nice pink. And I'm Joe. I apologize. I'm over here on my side, so I'm still learning this. I'm on my side, scrolling up on the StreamYard side. I'm like, why is the website not moving? I need to be on my other screen. So it does come in pink, gray, black, nice teal, and also in white. Yeah.
And are those of the Black Friday sale?
Yes. I'm in here on the Black Friday sale. Then what everybody finds.
Yep.
And there is a discount code. The discount code is Black Friday. So at checkout on the website, if you type in Black Friday code, you actually are going to save $7.01. So it's going to bring you down to right about $29.99 for these.
Okay, is this where you want the banner, Craig?
What banner?
You're the funniest thing ever.
Oh, the other one?
No.
Oh, sure. No.
I think we're going to make it too confusing right now. So We'll just keep going.
No problem. So
we'll just keep it going. We'll just keep. Hey, Annette from Tennessee. We appreciate you on our channel. We're just playing around today. Usually we kind of have a little bit of something, but right now we're having a runoff, a giveaway of a $10 giveaway, Craig.
Yeah, we're giving out, $5, $10 coupons.
Coupons. Okay. And so in order to participate, you need to put I'll put it back in. See if it shows up. Yep, it does. So on the screen, if you are interested in participating in the giveaway, you need to post that in the chat, just like Annette said, hello from Tennessee. So it's once you put your hashtag wholesome words as it's been given, then you automatically are entered into the giveaway, and we'll go from there. So that the giveaway is still going. So, Craig, what else do you have?
We have in this site, so we have Minds Deep Like Rivers. Also did show that on black. We have this design here. This is God Wastes Nothing. This is a unisex hoodie. These are all these are coming in hoodies and tees. This is a design that was done in collaboration with a good friend of ours, Audrette Kennan. She just said the Lord gave her this message a little while ago, and on her podcast Over Coffee, she definitely has been bringing this philosophy to her listeners, and we collaborated and we were able to create this particular design to make it available for everyone here on the store. Again, this is also in our Black Friday sales using the Black Friday sale codes that are in the site up on the top. And hopefully if anybody wants to use this also as part of the giveaway tonight, you can also grab this. They come in, we've got women's sizes, men's sizes, unisex hoodies, unisex tees, and I do believe these also coming in V-necks. When we were doing the design for this, just the Lord showing how his recycling of his power, not necessarily of waste like we think of waste in modern day society, but when you really think about Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit, that's where really the three arrows were showing how they actually come from, down from the Father through the Holy Spirit back through, in our intercession between Jesus and himself. So I really love the way just repurposing of existing imagery in the world to what we have for a spiritual philosophy.
Okay. That sounds good. Okay.
So then some time ago, there was a shirt I had did when I first got the new machine. We had done Favor, and Joe, I think I may have worn this when we went to go see the play at the church. What's the name of that play? The what's the one that we go to all the time?
Oh, every year, Pageant
Yeah,
of Our Lord.
Pageant of Our Lord, right? So I printed this one on a white tee that day, and when I came back to working on this one this morning, and I was frustrated because I was like, Lord, I want to be able to do some more designs. I felt like I was stuck and doing some designs for some other people, and I couldn't really find something that I wanted to do for me. And the Lord took me back to, I already gave you this particular design almost a year ago, and I thought, wow. But when you think about it, the Lord always gives us favor. It's just free and unmerited favor. And so that was something I needed to make sure that I kept present. So when I don't feel like I want to feel, I don't feel like the world may want me to feel, this particular shirt is another reminder that we have favor from God, and it's free. And so many times, there's a study I'm doing on Tuesday nights on the ministry group, I Am a Weapon, is that we're talking about favor and we're talking about strongholds, and we were teaching on that several weeks ago, just the whole free and unmerited favor from God. We don't always give favor to people, and when we do, it's not free. We give favor out to people at a cost, but we have to remember that God's favor is free, and there's nothing we can do to earn it. So why try? We just need to be obedient to the Lord, and he gives it to who he gives. So this is a reminder of the favor we have from God. Right. Again, it does come in hoodies. And
so Craig, talk about the type of material when you're talking about a hoodie. Are these like the super thick cotton hoodies, or is this like a blend of polyester or whatever? Because I'm trying to see,
Yes, I appreciate that. So these are thicker hoodies. They are, it says 8.5 cent, well, 8 ounce stuff. But anyway, these are thicker. They're 80% cotton, 20% polyester. They has a great fit. We wear them all the time with the kids going to school. They run them. They do hold up very well under wash. The colors stay tight. The manufacturer brand is a manufacturer we're using called Just Hoods, and they're very reliable. Color stay safe, very easy to print on. I love them too because they're soft, they have a great feel. Some manufacturers hoodies, they'll have a rough feel and they don't feel warm and great on your skin. These have a great soft feel. They have the fleece on the inside. Of course, it does have the pocket in the front, hood in the back. The drawstrings are all color matched, and we believe that they're a great match, male or female right now with your attire and just the overall feel. Another friend of ours named Alan, he does a lot of, screen printing years ago, and he had come out of the house and he was picking up this hoodie. I had a couple of different one laying around, and he was asking me, where did I get this from? And he was commenting on how this actually felt really well. So an endorsement from a person who has been an apparel printer for several years, seeing that this particular brand of hoodie that we're using right now, he was very impressed with its quality. And I
Okay,
actually,
so are these true to fit? You know how sometimes
oh yeah,
you can order stuff and you're thinking, is it true to fit? Or when you say large, is it really a large, or is it really like a small because of the dimensions of it? So
sure.
could you talk a little bit on, so if I wanted something to be kind of baggy on me and not, you know, kind of fitted,
Yeah,
you know.
that's a great question, Joe. Great question. And these are a true to fit hoodie. They're, if you're looking for the hip hop hoodie that was the oversized, I'd have to get you another brand. Send us a message here, or some messages on social media. We'll get you access to the hip hop oversized, but these are more of the true to fits. Now, some of the t-shirts that we have, those do run slim fitted because the brand is Bella Canvas, and Next Level. They do run more of that slim fit, but those are on the tees. And then definitely when we get to the ladies V-necks, those are also going to run very slim in form. So what does that mean in sizing? When we get to the tees section, or if you look on the tees on our sites, the tees are running about a half size smaller because of the slimmer fit. We're not using the boxy styles. Gildan as a brand on the tags, they're more of a boxy fit. Even though using the Next Level and Bella Canvas, they sell the boxy fits, but we're standardizing on more of the slimmer fits that are fitting a lot of the, I guess, the millennials and Gen Zs right now. They're liking that slimmer fit. And we did get a request, Joe, when we were just releasing the initial black and orange some lessons shirt. I had a friend ask for a V-neck woman's cut because far so often we find that women don't get the size fitting in unisex tees that they would really want. So we thought it to be very important to offer V-necks as often as we possibly can. That would give you more of that hourglass form fitting size. So when you're looking at our V-neck shirts, they again are going to be 100% cottons for our
Mm.
tees. The hoodies are going to be coming in as most cotton as I possibly can find, because we find it to be easier for our direct to garment printers to print reliably, cleanly, no color run, and no issues with because polyester, for those, just quick sidebar, the polyester, though it gives you that elastic feel that a lot of us like from our fabrics and fit,
Right.
printing on our style of printing in the preparation for printing can have a negative interaction with that polyester. And sometimes the
Oh.
amount of heat that's required to actually evaporate the water out of the ink and the water out of the
Oh.
preparation stuff can cause the dye and the polyester to burn, or the colors to run from the fabric. So we
Okay.
have to be very mindful. So when people are also looking for us to print for you on the retail printing side or wholesale printing side of the house, and people have asked me, "Hey, Craig, can we bring you our own t-shirts, our own hoodies, our own materials for you to print on what we like?" I often caution my customers to not do that unless I understand fully what's the cotton count and where you're getting them from. Because if it's not something that we've printed on before, I don't want to spend a lot of time ruining your your fabrics and your garments while we're trying to test and see if that particular garment, that shirt style or hoodie style, whatever it is something that we can print on. When we know, when we're printing and offering things in our store, just like with any name brand, you want to make sure it's reliable. You want to make sure that
Right.
when it got shipped to you, it doesn't have any holes. When you get out of the wash, it should stay reliable. We know we've washed these a ton of times. These Just Hoods, Bella Canvas, Next Level. I got 4 kids in the house. They're wearing hoodies all the time. If anybody know my kids and you see them around, they're in hoodies most of the time. I'm sure like most of our kids are. So they need to be reliable. And so we find if my kids are wearing them, then I can definitely screen them in so you and your kids can wear them and I don't
Okay.
have to worry.
Okay. So this particular one for Favor,
Mhm.
the Favor is true to fit, but you're saying that if they want it to be a little bit more baggy, kind of hip hop-ish, that there's a space or a place for like special comments that they can say, I ordered this, but I'm really looking for oversized hip hop or something like that.
Well, yeah, asking really to people just to reach out to us directly because we can work the one off for those who want something special. That's the benefit with us because we're not just a brand or a
Okay.
retail line. We're a printer. So we can find the styles and the cuts that are complimentary and flattering to
Okay.
almost
So do
everybody's
you
body.
have like a email address, or do
Yep.
you have, can we get you on Facebook or Instagram, or I
You
mean, I'm
can
not sure what all your new handles are.
Well, the cool thing is you can still find us on any of the handles that you found us on before, the framework or at the framework at Raising Men. You can also hit us at Carlisle Family Prints on
At
Facebook.
Carlisle, you
Family
talking
Printings. Actually, should probably put that in that
family printing all
printing.
together?
Yes. Unfortunately, on social media, that's the only
And
thing
this
that
is
we're
a
available.
Facebook page?
Facebook and Instagram, Carlisle Family Printing.
Okay, so what I just put on this, is that correct?
I mean, look, you put it in the comments.
I put it in the comments.
I'm trying to get there. My arrow it doesn't want to get there. I'm going to trust that it is right because my arrow is just not paying attention. Yep, that's perfect. And you can,
Okay,
again,
so this is both the what's in the comment section is where they can reach you on your Facebook page and your Instagram page,
that's
right?
correct. That's
Okay,
correct.
so people can go to IG and see all of this stuff.
Yeah. And also remember anything that we already are running. So, yeah, at the framework, at Raising Men, you can still get me. Those who have my number,
You're
emails.
at the framework.
Yep.
I'm trying to
Yeah,
framework.
that's one of the things too with social media. We're going to probably end up collapsing it all back at some point to one of
Oop,
these. But
that's wrong. I didn't spell it right. Sorry, guys.
you, no worries. I'm going to put up another graphic too while we're
Okay,
talking.
do
So
that.
no problem. And it's just we know as we've been going along, the hoodies again are true to form. The tees, I mean true to shape. The tees are very slimming.
Okay. So, what else do you have on your Black Friday sales?
So Black
You
Friday
have the
sales.
hoodies.
I have hoodies, and in fact, hoodies of all brands. This is a new one, got released this morning. This is the 91. This is one that's actually, and again, these are again the 80/20 thick hoodies, true to shape. And this one is actually inspired by Psalms 91. So those who live under the wing of shadow of the Most High, that's one of my favorite scriptures ever. So, but I didn't want when we did the designs to always have something that looked like it was beating people over the head with the Bible every moment of every day. So this, though it says 91, that's all. That's what it really means. We're trying to bring it over in a position that
Could
is.
you show a picture of it, Craig? Because it's kind of hard to see it with
I do have
on your
a
shirt, on your thing.
yes.
Could you?
Yep, I can
Do you
pull that.
have that?
I do. Thank you. Let me get right here.
Oh, there it is. Okay.
So when I was doing this one, it just felt like the 90 Psalms 91 and the wings went together. It just felt right. And when I was working on that one, I just felt like, hey, 91 Octane went together too, because it's the same inspiration, because those who live and stand and remain in the shadow of the Most High, they're going to get that power. They're going to get that Psalms 91
Oh,
fuel
nice.
to run their life and be just excited about what the Lord's doing. And so that's where the inspiration with this came from. And with all of our designs, I just wanted people to feel like our stuff is comfortable. You can wear with anything, your favorite pair of tennis shoes, some sweats. If you're going outside, put your headphones on and just be who you are. And it doesn't mean that, I guess I should say it this way. I didn't want wearing apparel that represented God to suck and to be something that was just so, oh, I got a cross on my chest. Or I didn't want it to be something that was so. Crosses, when some people wear them nowadays, can be so commercialized. So some of the greatest serial killers and thieves are wearing crosses, and it's not a big deal. It doesn't have the same magnitude. We, as some of our stars and are getting on stage and they're accepting awards and say, I want to thank God. And I'm like, well, sometimes it makes me wonder, what God are you thinking really? Are you thinking the big G God? Are you thinking the little G God? And sometimes there's some controversy and some questions in my mind as to what we're really saying. But you know what? With this, I don't have to worry about what I'm saying. This is what this means. I wanted to have some designs that were cool, stuff that's easy to wear, ready to wear stuff, and you don't ever have to wonder about what I wore today, what I wore tomorrow, how does it look on me? If I wanted to have a skate look, grunge look, can I still represent, my brand? Can I still represent Christ and be me and be authentic? Some people think that if I am a Christian, I can't be authentic. I can't still be a ride or die. But you can still be ride or die, but you're just changing teams and you're changing the reason why you're dying. And so that's really the true meaning behind the thought behind our design inspirations, really.
Okay. All right. All right. That's good. That's really good. Okay.
Um,
Well, um, I don't know. Do you have some other things in the store, or maybe things that you're
oh,
thinking about working on, or
sure.
could you
The,
share those ideas?
yes, I can. So we're working on some ideas around mugs. And
Oh, nice.
I didn't put them in the store yet. They're designed. Yes, I'm trying to test renegades. So if you find that, would mugs be something that you would want? If coffee, tea is my thing. Joanne and I, she hooked me up with a honey vendor out of Fallbrook. They're just super phenomenal. So on this side of the year, tea in my house is amazing. My sons love hot chocolate and the tea, and so they are always into my honey for the tea, and they're really into that. So coffee mugs in my house are really important, but we don't drink coffee. I think coffee smells amazing. Shout out to Brew Wave Coffee, to one of our customers and a good friend of Joanne's, Mr. Robert. And so we're just really excited about that. But we want to have mugs available to our customers as well.
All right.
And then I
I am
also,
the elephant in the room. Could you talk about where that came from?
yeah, so I have some people who I've had, like we all do, we have rough relationships with. And sometimes when you have a rough relationship with someone, it always feels like there's something that needs to be said. There's always some tension when that person texts, calls, or come around. And in my life, I find that sometimes, when I used to try to run away from the issues or run away from conflict, I find that I'm the elephant in the room because I'm the one that people seem to have conflict with. And in some cases, it's not my fault, but it doesn't matter because I'm still the one that someone has conflict with. And I just have learned to accept it. You know what? I am the elephant in the room. And let's just deal with that and just put that out there. And I find that that diffuses the situation. So I wanted to do that. I had another friend that asked me prior to even producing the design. He asked me, saying, you know what, can you design something with an elephant? That's my favorite animal. And so when I was given the design, it really had him in mind of doing an elephant that looked more true to form than something that was more cartoonish.
Okay. Nice. Nice. Nice.
Now we're
So
also,
you're
I'm sorry.
so you have t-shirts, hoodies, but those are the only things that you have in the store now. with
in the
just
store,
different designs, right?
just different
For right now.
designs. Now, the other thing we have that we're toying with is for tote bags.
Oh, nice.
So we can print these here in the shop. I just have not released them online yet. So if you are interested in any of these tote bags, I will probably put them up online before the end of the weekend. But I just wanted to put them out
Oh, I
there
like that one.
and
What's
show it.
that one, Craig? It says
It
great.
actually says Grace. And the reason why I chose a font that was tough to read, the Lord was just reminding me that sometimes grace is hard to come by. Grace is hard to get, and it's not always easy to see. Sometimes my version of grace isn't what your version of grace is, Joe, or vice versa. So we need to sometimes take a moment and stop and peer in and go, what does that really say? Like, what did you really say? Right? What did you really versus what did you mean? Because I
Okay.
think that sometimes of our greatest misunderstandings and our greatest separations with people have obviously around communication. And so sometimes we just need to take a minute and give people the grace for free. God's, we talked about initially favor, right? And grace and favor in the Bible are synonymous. In fact, in the Old Testament, it talks about there was the word favor was only used. Favor was not used in the Old Testament at all. The word was grace. And in the New
Yeah.
Testament, favor is only used once, and it is used in place of grace. So we need to make sure that we know that this is related to the free and unmerited favor from God, not necessarily the grace and gracefulness of a person. Yeah, that's humanistic terms, but where we are with this apparel line, we want people to show grace to people. Okay,
So is that a tote? That's a tote bag.
go back.
Is that 100% cotton? Does it come in different
Mhm.
colors, or
So
or
right,
is it just the manila color?
so yes, those are 100% cottons. We haven't chosen the actual style and dimension of the bag yet. They are coming in various colors, and the straps, you've seen some of the pictures have 10 matching straps, some of them have black straps. We haven't really decided yet. I would really love to have some feedback from yourself and other customers and listeners that are out there viewing. If you're into tote bags, if tote bags are your thing, and they are washable because they are cotton, in which we can print on
Mm.
them. If you find that tan or net neutral colored tote bags are your thing, are black straps your thing, or the same matching color straps your thing? Do you like big tote bags, small tote bags? Because we're not
I like the big tote bags
like
because
big
when
tote
you get on
bags.
the plane, you
Okay,
know, you need to have all your stuff.
got it.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we'll start looking at that, and I definitely could use some help from people like yourself, some feedback on something. And what's odd, and I'm going to say it's odd, because being a guy, man, designing stuff that women are using, I don't use a tote bag, right? And so I don't always have the
You
same
missing
function.
out.
Yeah, but at the same time, I know it needs to be out there. And I have a
But you
feel.
take when you go to the beach and you put your towels in.
I make my kids carry them. I don't care. I got my backpack too, so we roll with the backpacks. And but one thing, Joe, I didn't mention this part. I did come across. Well, I shouldn't say. Let me say it the right way. Cancel those words. The Lord put me in contact with an apparel distributor. He's
Okay.
actually I don't know what you call him. He's like the middleman. He's the guy that actually gets everything put together. He's got access now to backpacks, full on trucker hats, you name it. So if you're looking for custom designed backpacks that fit either for promotional reasons, for your kids' backpack, for schools, I've got
Okay.
a guy that can have them. They can be designed for your particular groups or organizations reasons. They don't have to be the stuff like you find in the stores. If you want hats that are done to your specifications, he does require that they become
They
in like
got bucket hats.
they have bucket hats, trucker hats, fitted hats, snaps, you name it. They've got them, and he can have
Nice.
access to them, and he's definitely willing to partner with me. He said he even in some cases even invest in front the the production costs and split the revenue on the back end after they come in. So I was like, whoa. So, he's the guy that works directly with the dye houses dyeing fabric for clothes to be manufactured.
Oh, wow.
So he's that guy. So if you're also someone out there that's looking to have, if you need fabric, if you're looking for fabric, if you're looking to get to those dye houses, and you didn't know how to do that, message us on social media. Let us know. I'll put you in contact with the guy. It doesn't cost me anything to make a connection. So I know I've heard of people selling connections to people for, 25, 35, $50, 100. It doesn't do any good to do that. It'll either work for you or it won't.
Right.
If you'll either connect with them or you won't. It doesn't hurt me.
Right. And so if you're watching us for the first time, I'm Joanne Hoy, and I'm the founder and creative of Wholesome WordZ. And this is my good creative buddy, Craig Carlisle. And if you've been on before, you've seen that in where his name is, it would say at Raising Men or at the framework or whatever. So this year has just been, this 11 months have been just a creative explosion for us, more on the side of, maybe looking at graphic arts. And I think I want Craig to kind of share that story. So for me, when I met Craig many rains ago, he was like this DJ extraordinaire. And he did all kinds of DJing, audio, music, whatever. And so we met at a church, and he was over the whole audio multimedia, department, and I was the creative arts director. And so we bonded very quickly. And it's just basically blossomed from there. So I have been learning along the way with a bunch of everybody else that, he's multi-talented. And so we've gone from playing with podcasts, we both played with podcasts, to just, making our own just little artistic things. But it's been a big and large scale things, but it's kind of like, I don't know. So last year, just to catch everybody up, I worked with another friend. She may be on. I'm not sure if Tiffany is on or not. But Tiffany didn't believe that she was an artiste. Yeah. And then we worked on a project together. And then she kind of said, well, I like to do this, I like to do that, but that's just something I like to do. No big thing. And so I introduced her into the world of a Cricut. If you're not sure what a Cricut is, it's a die cut machine that does all kinds of amazing things. So she made something in the summertime. She was sold and decided that she had to get her a Cricut. So she gets a Cricut Black Friday sale this time last year. Yep. And got an amazing deal on it. At the same time, Craig was promoting his Raising Men podcast and radio shows and stuff like that. So he was doing that. So you can hear Craig. I don't know. Are you still coast to coast, Craig?
Oh, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
So Craig has, so like I said, just multi-talented. And his kids would be a part of the framework, and they produce their own Christian hip hop, clean radio program that is San Diego, Atlanta,
New Jersey, Connecticut.
Connecticut.
Yep, and we're also in the Bay and down in Virginia. Yeah.
This is in addition to. So last I think it was Christmas or whatever, he was like, I really would like my sons to wear the logo with the hoodie on it. Yeah. So me and his older son, I brought my Cricut over, and we were Cricutizing the hoodies that he had in. And what we were doing then was just plain iron on. So we found this beautiful iron on copper metallic thing, and the kids wore them, and it was great. So by Christmas time, Craig says, well, so you're saying we could do this. So Craig and I went in our halves on getting this, the latest and greatest Cricut, right? And from December of saying we got this Cricut, January evolved everything else. So you're kind of seeing a snowball effect.
Yeah.
And now the big, the reveal is him having his own store where now, in addition to all the other things that I told you he does, he's now, has his own printing business, and he's, doing all kinds of different things. So if you're trying to figure out how does this all work with Wholesome Words, we're working on, God gave me something a couple years ago. Someone is always waiting on the other side of your obedience. So because of Craig's obedience, here we are, and the store is doing well. And so we just thought it would be really kind of cool to really kick the store off, do our own kind of a pre-Black Friday sales, introducing you to the things that were basically kind of created through our monthly thing. Because as soon as we get off of the live stream, all kinds of things happen that I can't even keep up with anymore, because it's always something more amazing than what, like, when we just got off, we got to remember to say this and this, and then we forget all over again. Yeah. So just kind of understanding that Wholesome Words also is a platform where we've had amazing people like Andi. I'm not sure if she's still on or not, but she's shared some poetry and all kinds of stuff. But it's also a place and a platform to kind of really look at how God is inspiring us. And so there's definitely a Christian premise and foundation of what Wholesome Words are and what it's done. And so there's been different levels of creative impact, not just from the words that we share and hopefully inspiring other people to take that baby step. Craig took a baby step last year thinking, y'all are crazy. I don't know what this iron-on stuff is. I don't like this. I don't like that. And now he has his direct-to-print garment shop in his garage. I mean, so it's amazing how God will plant seeds in you. And if you are listening and paying attention, he will make all kinds of different things happen. So that's where Wholesome Words really has inspired us. And so as we think about, what other creative notions are going on, this pre-Black Friday sales for Carlisle Prints is just, another way to say your obedience is touching others. And Craig, he hasn't shared about every day I get another text saying, and so now I got this other order, and now I got this other order. And so it's kind of like just really going. So between are you still doing podcasts, Craig?
Yes, ma'am. Yep.
So he's doing podcasts.
Well, in fact, one of our guests is on, Annette Beek, and my aunt and I, we are in the series right now called Some Lessons, just like the t-shirt. So we spent 2 weeks sharing our study, our trips through grief and our recovery through that. So if you get a chance to listen to that, it's an awesome time. So I definitely appreciate Annette for being a guest, my aunt, Dr. Mary Louise Page, for being a guest. So yeah, we're still podcasting. My sons, in fact, my 2 youngest ones, they're now the program managers for the framework. So I don't have to even worry about scheduling edits to be done and being ready to be released. They're doing it, and they're 14 and 16 years old. And Evan said he did text you, by the way.
Yes, he did. I just have not been able to respond as of yet.
No worries.
Looking at my calendar, what's available. So I will respond to him.
He's excited.
I'm sure he is. So Wholesome Words is doing a lot, and hopefully, I mean, my goal is to have someone say, wow, all of this happened in this creative spot. So not just spoken word and not just other type of open mic situations, but where is the level of creativity that God is giving you? So, and like Craig shared, one of the things that I worked on, Minds Deep Like Rivers,
Yep.
is actually an up and coming production that I'm working on, among other things.
Yep.
But again, where else can we help you with, working on your creative? And a lot of times what I find is people are in, I want to call it, creatives denial, where they're like, I'm not a creative, I'm not a creative. And then like Tiffany, if she's on, or even Andi was like, okay, if you say so.
Yep.
And if you haven't, if you weren't on last couple months when Andi shared, you can look and say, wow, look at her, she's a spoken word artist. And yes, she is, but she didn't start off like that.
Yeah.
But she's kept her, she
Yeah.
knows what she needs to do, and she knows her impact. And from
Yep.
that, she's been able to, Andi, could you drop your
Wait.
the name of your Facebook page? I don't want to say it wrong. So Andi decided to just take a real leap of creative faith, and she started her own Facebook page. And so if she's gonna drop it in there, because that's how she is. And so she's probably viciously typing. But yeah. Yeah. So just, so it's exciting to me to be able to help others find their creative gifts, whether it's podcasting, live stream, or, just, spoken word or an artistic, expression, that you can find a place where you can showcase what you're doing. So that's where all of this came from tonight. So, Craig,
Well,
you have anything else you'd like to share?
well, no, I just want to, tell you, I appreciate you for even allowing me to do that, because, and you have the platform, because you're never selfish at all about anything that you're doing. You always provide an avenue and a platform for people to share and help them grow if that's what they're interested in. And when we start out something new, there's an easy opportunity for the enemies, for our thoughts to go somewhere and think that people really don't want to hear from us, or don't really, maybe they won't like what we're producing. But that's
Mhm.
not the purpose. If the Lord prompted us to do that, right, then we've got to do that. The word says obedience is better than sacrifice. So it's better for us to be obedient to the Lord than worry about the sacrifice of what people say about us. So it's something, a platform that some people may think is as easy as this, can somehow be terrifying for some people.
Uh-huh.
But I love it because it's always an easy place, and you make everyone feel comfortable with in this space to take it from where they are to where they can hopefully get to step by step. So I appreciate it.
Well, that's good. Thanks, Andi. You can find Andi, and she's got all kind of different people that she's grown her people, her Facebook page, and so you can find her on Inspire, Encourage, and Uplift with Andrea Mabena. And so, yeah, yep. So real good stuff, real good stuff. So, I don't know. I want to encourage, thank you, Andi. I want to encourage everyone as we're getting ready for Christmas, because I don't know what the next month's, wholesome words is going to be.
Christmas
But
time. Oh,
yeah.
sorry.
Yeah, so it'll be definitely Christmas time. So no telling, stay tuned. But if you are looking for unique, customized gifts, t-shirts, and hopefully mugs and other things that Carlisle.
Ugly Christmas hoodies will be available starting next week.
Okay, so starting next week, we'll have, so right before the Black Friday, you'll be having ugly Christmas
Hoodies.
T-shirts and hoodies. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So if you're looking for something to wear to your ugly Christmas parties, let's kind of see what we can do. But I want to thank Craig and everyone who's listed and stuff, or been on and followed us for this exceeding time. And I really don't have anything else. I just want to thank everyone and Craig. And we're still doing our giveaway because I don't have anyone yet to put that on there yet.
Okay.
So
Well, that's whatever you have. Since if we're closing this, take those whoever
let
you've
me
got.
see what we have. Okay, so
Then everybody's a winner.
Everybody's a winner.
Yeah,
Okay,
just send me their information and
let
we'll
me see. We have 3 entries. Oh my gosh, yeah. Okay. Wait, let me. Oh wow. So it's saying that the winner is Raising Men TV. All right, Craig, you get to get your own percent on there. And
That's
so
awesome.
yeah.
That's awesome.
That's awesome. So all
That's
right,
bad.
everybody. Yes. Until next time, we will be back with wholesome words, and we appreciate your time here, and we hope to see you soon. Good night, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.